Hello and welcome to the channel. Thanks for being here. If you're watching this video, you might be wondering why your amigurumi project looks slightly different to some of the projects that you see online, or it might have holes in it that you don't find appealing. I'm going to show you the difference between the yarn over and the yarn under technique, and it should help eliminate some of the problems that you might be having. I'm going to show you how to do each different variation and what that looks like in a finished project. And if that's what you're looking for, then stay tuned. I'll see you in just a moment. So I've started a yarn over swatch here. This is what I believe most people start off with when they're doing amigurumi, and this is where they encounter a lot of their problems. So you would insert your hook, yarn over the top of the hook, pull through, yarn over the top of the hook, pull through. I'm going to continue this just for the next round, and then I'll show you what a finished project would look like. In this case it is just a ball, just so that you can see something that's stuffed. But what I would say is that this is not ideal for amigurumi projects, simply because it does have such a loose weave that most of the time you will end up with holes. There are ways around it, such as using a smaller hook, which I am doing here. However, with time the project will just get looser and looser. I do have a project that I made for my daughter. The holes just got so big, actually one of the safety eyes fell out. So I really do not recommend this technique for your amigurumi projects, unless you have a particularly tight tension. So here is the finished yarn over ball. You'll see at the bottom here that you can see the stuffing through a couple of the holes, which is exactly what I'm talking about. So this kind of stitch, the yarn over method, is better for blankets and clothes, I would say. So the second technique I'm going to show you is the yarn over, yarn under technique, which I haven't done before, but I'm interested to see. So this one, you insert your hook, yarn over the top of the hook, pull through, yarn under the hook, pull through. And I'm going to continue this again until I've created a ball, and then I will show you what my findings are. So this is the finished ball. This was actually a really dense stitch, which I wasn't expecting at all. It makes such a tight weave that there's no gaps at all, and it even made stuffing it quite difficult because there's just no give in the fabric. As you can see, it's quite a lot smaller than when you do the yarn over technique, and it must just be the way that the yarn falls, but it makes it so much neater. I might have to try this for my next project. So this technique is yarn under, yarn over. So you insert your hook, yarn under, pull through, yarn over, pull through. And again, this is one that I've not tried before, but I thought it would be interesting to see how it turns out. So here's the finished ball. I was expecting it to come out a bit like the second one, if I'm completely honest, but the weave again was so loose it was almost like yarn over, yarn over. So again, it's not something that I would use for amigurumi personally, unless your stitch is really tight and then you need it to be a bit looser. Then maybe you could give this a try. So here's my final example for today. This is the yarn under technique, and this is what I've used for amigurumi for the last 2 years. So you insert your hook, yarn under the hook, pull through, yarn under the hook, pull through. And what this does is it creates a much tighter stitch than your standard yarn over. And this is what you will tend to find a lot of the people online are using. So you might notice when you're looking at other people's work that instead of a V-stitch, which is what yarn over creates, you might notice more of an X-shaped stitch, and that's what this creates. So if you are looking for something a bit more uniform, a bit more boxy, this is the stitch that you want to use. This is the most common one in amigurumi. So here is the finished ball for the yarn under version. This is the one where you can see the X's. It's difficult to see on camera, but this is what you'll be seeing in those versions online, and you can tell why it has become the most common version, especially when you compare it to the standard single crochet, the yarn over version. The holes are just so much less obvious, which is why the stuffing won't be coming through as much. However, I am still very interested in this version, the yarn over yarn under. It's so much denser even than the yarn under version, so I'm definitely going to give that a go for a project, and I'll let you guys know how that works out. So there we go, that's all of the versions that I'm aware exist. Let me know what you currently do, if you think you might change what you do based on what you've seen today. If you like the video, please give it a like. If you want to see more content like this, please subscribe, and if you have any comments, please do leave them down below. Thanks for watching. Bye!